Mommy. Mama lies come. Sweet yummies. Mommy, oh yeah, let's complete. Yeah. Darling. Salad. Salad.
Is it our family?
Okay. Sandalili, 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 sandalili. Ouch!
All right, everyone. Good evening once again. How was your day? Hope the weather wasn't too disturbing. How was work? Oh, okay. I think there was a little bit of network issue. There was a little bit of network issues in the beginning, but I think it's all settled now. Right. So yeah, I would like to thank all of you for coming early, joining the class early. I think we are starting to work on our punctuality. So that's very encouraging. Right. So without further ado, I would want us to start with what we have for today. But before that, you know how we usually do. We'll talk about the things we did in the last class and things like that. So from the last class, how many of us have been able to try out the things we did? How many of us have been able to open a page and check out the things? Maybe you post something on that page. Have you been able to create a page? So share your experience quickly before we start today's class. Right? If you have any experiences on probably you tried what we did yesterday and you want to know how, we would like to know how we went. So you can, okay, I can see some people in the comment section. Fideli says he has created a page. Right? Christ also said he's able to create a page. Titilayo, you tried working on it, but you didn't see anything like page. How did you do it? Where did you go to? Did you try watching the replay as well to check where you missed the step? Let me know in the comment section. Okay, Atoyebi Fadike says she tried to boost an existing post. All right, Frank created a page and posted on it as well. Very good, very good, very good. Ruthie, you've created a page before, but it has been restricted. All right, you can create a new one. Or if it's so possible, you can just request a review from them. Right, so, but you can create a new one. All right, Philip, you tried and you also posted on it. That is very good. That's very good. Basia, you created 3 pages on your phone, but didn't see some features like delete. There is an option where you can delete. I answered that question in yesterday's class. Kindly watch the replay and you'll see where I talked about it. Titilayo, the menu bar is on the top right. It's on the top right. Just play around the whole thing. You'll see page there. And even if you can't find it, while you were still working yesterday, I showed you a place where you can also create the page. So go through the replay of yesterday's class and you will see something like that. All right, guys. So for those of us that have been able to do something based on what we discussed yesterday, you can see the way the whole thing is. So it's actually quite simple. Just play around it. I even got some messages from different people that have been trying, and some challenges that they are facing about it, right? So that's just it about creating a Facebook page. It's pretty simple. Posting on it is simple, and then boosting the post. Well, that's what we did yesterday. Justina, yes, the class has started. You can hear me. The class has started. Okay, so let's move on to what we have for today, because as I mentioned yesterday, it's quite lengthy what we have for today. We'll be moving deeper into this whole Facebook ads thing, right? So we'll be moving deeper, talking about more complex and broad terms as we continue. So today, we need to pay more attention, right? Today, we need to pay more attention so that we can be able to get the best from today's class. So before we continue, I want someone to remind us of the 3 ways you can run ads on Facebook. Before we continue, what are the 3 ways you can run ads on Facebook? And let us know in the comment section 3 ways of running ads on Facebook. Christ said boost post. Rukaya said boost post ad center using the boost post method. All right, Patrick, thank you very much. You listed the whole 3 at once. Temilade wanted to comment, but hand has gone down. All right, so that's fine. So yeah, those are the 3 ways, and we discussed about 2 of them yesterday: the boost post and the ad center. So you already know where today's class will be leading, right? We'll be talking about the last method of running the ads, which is by using the ads manager. So the last method we'll be talking about today is through the ads manager. All right, so let me share my screen so we can start from there. Guys, can you see my screen? Please let me know. Let me know if my screen is visible. Can you guys see my screen? All right. Thank you very much for the feedback. So let's carry on. Sorry, this is on YouTube currently. Let me take it back to Facebook. All right. So we are still on Facebook. We've talked about the boost post as well as the ad center. So today we'll be focusing on the ads manager, right? So let me log into Facebook. So we all know how this interface works, right? So I mentioned yesterday, this is your feed. And yeah, someone was stating earlier in the comment section that you can't find the menu option. This is it here that I'm hovering on. So look for it again. This is it. This one here, right? So we mentioned that this is the feed and everything, where you can see the posts of people that you follow as well as adverts, right? But to talk about the ads manager now, come and click on this menu here. Click on it. On this menu bar here, the one at this side, where you can see events, friends, groups, newsfeed, feeds, pages, and all of that, scroll down towards the end. Then you will see this here, Ads Manager, right? Ads Manager. This is one way you can locate it. There's also another way of locating it, but this is one way. So you click on Ads Manager here. right? And that way you can actually locate it is by typing adsmanager.facebook.com, which you can see here. So if I move back one step now, it's actually loading my ads manager here. If I move back one step, the normal URL is facebook.com. But to locate this ads manager, I can just click on adsmanager.facebook.com, which is this URL here. And then it brings me to this exact page. Or I can do it the way I just did it now, right? So this is the ads manager. So as I mentioned, this ads manager is packed with tons of features, like a lot of features. So look at the way this whole thing is. When you look at it, it's looking kind of bulky. There are too many things going on here. You start thinking, what's all of these ones? How do they work? What do they do? So we'll take them step by step. We'll break them down in bits so that the understanding process can be very, very easy. So at this part on the left here, right, this is where you see all the settings of this ads manager. You can do like an account overview to see everything under this account. The campaigns, which is set in here, all the ads I'm currently running and things like that, right? Ads reporting, audiences, advertising settings, billing and payments. Now, one of the most important tools under this ads manager here is this all tools, which we will still talk extensively on, right? But how do you run ads using this ads manager? When you open the ads manager, this is the interface you will see. Or if you've not run anything like this before, you will just see a blank interface with nothing there, right? You just get like a blank interface, nothing. So to create an advertisement, right? To create a campaign for an advertisement, you click on this create button here. So what we are talking about now is the third way of running ads on Facebook, which is by using the ads manager. So that's what we are talking about now. This is the ads manager, and I'm showing you how you can run ads from this interface. So when you're on the ads manager, you click on the create button here, click on it, then it shows loading creation. After that, it shows you a bunch of settings. So you would choose a campaign objective. You would choose a campaign objective. What do you want the ad to do for you? We've talked about this yesterday, but let's just talk more about it. One, you can choose awareness, right? When you choose awareness, look at this thing that shows somewhere here when I hover my mouse on awareness. So it shows your ad to people who are most likely to remember them. Shows your ads to people who are most likely to remember them. So under this section here, under this awareness section, it is just used, as the name suggests, to create awareness, to let people know that you are doing something. That is what the awareness is for, right? To create awareness about a campaign. That is what the awareness is for. So it's used for, in most cases, if a big brand just wants to like showcase maybe one of their new products that they just released and they just want people to know about it. For example, now, if Pepsi comes out with a new flavor of their drink and they want to advertise it, they are not looking to sell it instantly. What they may want to do first is just create awareness that there's a new flavor, right? So they can use this awareness to just, let people know that there's a new product, there's a new flavor of the Pepsi brand, right? Just to create awareness, show it to people who are most likely to remember them, right? So that's what this awareness objective is for. This next one, traffic. When you think about traffic, most of us, what usually comes to our mind is hold-ups, right? Where cars are stuck and they can't be able to move as much as they should. That's what usually comes to our mind in traffic, like lots of people in just one place, right? That's almost like the same terminology that's used in this case, but instead it's like in a different light. In this traffic objective, you will send people to a destination, such as your website, app, Instagram profile, or Facebook. event, right? So this traffic objective is used when you want to direct people to like an external platform away from Facebook, right? So if you're trying to look for more, you want more website visitors, you want more people to visit your website, you can use this traffic objective to direct more people to your website. So you take people away from Facebook to another platform or somewhere else, like your website or Instagram profile, as was mentioned here, or even an app. So that's what this website traffic is for, to take people away from Facebook to another platform. The next one here, engagement. Engagement is used to get more messages or purchases through messaging, video views, post engagement, page likes, or event responses. So engagement, you just need likes, comments, shares on a particular post, or just video views. You want people to engage with that post. This is what you use the engagement objective for. All right. Next one, leads. Leads. So under this one, leads, you collect leads for your business or brand. Before we continue, I need someone to write in the comment section what a lead is, or what are leads. Someone in the comment section, quickly, what is a lead? What is a lead? Who are leads? Hello guys, can you hear me? Because I asked a question and okay, I think I've seen some answers now. All right. What are leads? What are leads? Chibuzo said a lead is a potential customer. Justina, prospects. Kazim, leads are people who show interest in your product. I'm saying potential customers, prospective customers, prospects. All these definitions you are giving are correct, right? So previously we explained that there are strangers, people who don't know about your business, right? And then there are customers. So one is on the extreme end, the other one is on the other end. Strangers who don't even know about you, they don't know about your business. But then there are customers, loyal customers who have purchased from you and who will most likely keep purchasing from you. But somewhere in the middle are these leads. These people are not total strangers, right? So it's more like they've taken the first step into your business. They are interested, right? So they are most likely aware and they are interested at the same time. So these are leads, people who have taken the first step into your business and are interested. So according to the definition some of you give, they are prospective customers. They may not have purchased anything from you, but in the nearest future, they are people that you can look to, that they will buy something from you or take a specific action that you want them to take. So these are leads, right? These are leads. So they are interested in what you're doing. So let's continue back to what we're discussing. Leads now. So to get information from these leads, remember we said that leads are people who have taken the first step into your business. In most cases, they either made an inquiry or they gave you their contact information or things like that, right? That's what signals that someone is a lead. So if you need contact information, you're trying to get some contacts of people, one of the ways you can get that is by using this objective, this leads objective for Facebook. So what it just simply does is it inputs a form like right after the ad, right? So people that are interested in whatever is you are advertising for, when they click on the link or the call to action button that's there, it brings up a form that they can fill. They'll fill the form, you get their information, and then they get whatever you promised them from that advertisement. As we continue, we'll talk more about this, right? So this next one is app promotion. So you find new people to install your app and continue using this. So let's say you developed an app and you're looking for people to download it. So you can run an advertisement for that on Facebook. So most of us have seen this app promotion work. So we know what it is. Then the last one is the sales. As the name implies, you're looking to find people who are likely to purchase your product or service. So in this campaign objective now, You are not looking to play. You actually want to sell something. You are looking for people that will instantly buy. Buyers, people that will actually buy something like at the moment they see it, right? That's what the sales objective is for. So I will quickly do a ranking of this, in my opinion, which one I feel like is the best to the least. In my opinion, we'll take notes. In my opinion, the one I feel like is the best to the least. The reason why I want to rank them now is sometimes, and depending on the region we are in, some of these objectives may work more than the others. So that's what I'm saying, in my opinion, right? So the one I'll rank at the top would be the sales. Sales, I'll rank it at the top because Facebook will let users like actually buy whatever you're selling, because that's what you're looking for. You're looking for people to buy. So it's like the one that generates the most conversions, but it is also, should I say, the most expensive. Yeah, it's also very expensive to run a sales objective, because you're actually looking for people to buy, not just anyhow kind of person, right? So that's what the first one, that's the one I'll rank at the top section. After the sales, I'll say in my number 2 spot, I'll put this traffic. I'll put this traffic in my number 2 spot, on the second spot. At the third spot, I'll put engagement. For me personally, I'll put engagement. Then after that, I can put awareness. Awareness will be number 4, followed by leads, then followed by app promotion. That is how I personally. So as we continue and as you play around with each of these different campaign objectives, you may find one that works best for you. That does not mean because of the way I rank it now, that the ones I ranked lower are useless. They are not useless. Remember, I said that you choose this campaign objective based on what you want, right? If you're just looking to make your products just known to people, you can choose awareness. If you're looking to drive traffic to your website, you choose traffic. If you're like a content or a skit maker that are looking for video views, likes, comments, and shares, engagement may be a very good option for you. So you can choose that, right? So that is what all of this is. So for this example, I would choose, I'll choose this traffic objective, right? So I'm trying to direct people to a website. That's what I'm telling them now. I want to direct people that see this ad from Facebook to another website. So I'll click on this traffic, then continue. Right, so we've seen something like this before. Recommended settings, which is also like automatic settings, as well as manual. I explained all of that yesterday. So for this section, I'll choose the manual. Continue. Then it loads up a creation. Now there's something I'll show you about this and why I said it is it gives you all the settings, like everything you need in bulk. Like the other ones we did yesterday, the boost post and the ad center, we did everything on just one single page, right? But for this one, there are 3 different stages. One of them is the campaign setup, right? When we finish this one, instead of publish to be here, instead of publish to be here, we can see next. So after this first page, we are moving to the next one, what they call the ad set. We'll explain all of that as we continue. After this, we'll now move on to the ad itself. So there are like 3 stages here to create an advertisement. So you can see it's quite bulky. So starting from the campaign, you can look at the campaign name. So it comes naturally with this new traffic campaign. You can change the name to whatever you want it to be like. So you can let it carry the name of whatever you're advertising, or maybe at the particular time you're advertising it, right? So I can say something like summer clothing ad 2024, right? Something like this, so that I can just know what the thing is about, right? So I can just give it any name. That's what this does. Special ad categories, we talked about this extensively yesterday, so it's still the same setting you are seeing here. right? All these ones, you leave it like this. The only ones which, all the other settings here, you leave it like this, but let me just explain some of the ones we didn't talk about yesterday. This A/B test, someone should give us the definition of A/B test. What does A/B test mean? What does A/B test mean? When we talk about A/B test, what are we talking about? What is A/B test? What is A/B test? I'm not seeing answers. What does A/B test mean? Anybody? All right, Temilade, to compare between two ads, very good. Seems like you're the only one in class with me today. All right, thank you very much, Temilade. To compare between two ads. All right. When you're doing an A/B test, look at the definition here. To help improve ad performance, test versions with different images, text, audiences, or placements. For accuracy, each one will be shown to separate groups of your audience. So if you want to test two ads side by side and see which one is doing better, this is the way you do it. You can create an A/B test here. There's also another way you can do it, but I'm just explaining what this is, right? So that's all the settings about this side. When you're done with that, there's nothing much to adjust here, right? When you're done with that, click on next, which is down here. Next. Next. Right, after that, there's also an ad set name, right? So you can just give it, let's say, like the same name you gave the first one. Summer clothing ad 2024. So these things are just names you can use to search for them, right? It's nothing too specific, just give it a name. So the conversion location now, choose where you want to drive traffic. You will enter more details about the destination later. Remember that in our campaign objective, we chose traffic. That means that we're trying to direct traffic to an external platform, like our website or other places like that. So I'll choose where I'm actually directing that traffic to. In this case, I'll select a website because that's where I want to direct them to. I want to direct them to an external website. So I'll choose more of the settings later. Right, I can also choose calls, Instagram profile, messaging apps, and things like that. So the performance goal now. Let's look at this drop-down list here and see the options it has for us. The traffic goals now. So we have chosen the goal that we want traffic, but what do we want specifically under that traffic, right? Maximize number of landing page views. So this will just try to show your ad to people who are most likely to view the website or instant experience linked in your ad. So you just try to show people who actually view that landing page. Maximize number of link clicks. So it will show this to people who are most likely to click on them. Other goals that you can select is maximize daily unique reach. That's you try to show it to as many people as possible every single day. That's the daily unique reach. If that's what you want, you select it. Maximize number of conversions. So that's what this is. And then maximize number of impressions. So we'll try to show your ad to people as many times as possible. So anything you want here, you can select it, but let me leave it at number of link clicks, right? Cost per result goal. This one is optional, and we talked about it yesterday. Briefly, someone should explain cost per result goal. Briefly, someone should explain cost per result goal. I need to see at least, we're about 81 in the class today. I want to see at least half of the class should comment under this. If not, we'll not continue. Half of the class should at least comment. What is cost per result goal? This thing here, what is it? What's cost per result goal? So I'm expecting about half the class to comment. And I'll see, maybe I can start counting the comments. What is cost per result goal? Definition of cost per result goal. We talked about it yesterday. I even gave an example yesterday. So what is cost per result goal? I'm only seeing one until until the comment reaches 40. That's when we'll continue. So what is cost per result goal? I'm seeing two people say pay per click. Cost per result goal is different from pay per click. They are related, but it's different. I've seen 4 comments so far. That's like 10% of what we are looking for. So others should start commenting as well. What is cost per result goal? Gideon, CPC. Yeah, I know it's CPC. I'm talking about the definition, not the abbreviated term. What is cost per result goal? What is cost per result goal? How many answers have I seen so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 answers. How many more to go? 28. So I want all of us, as many as possible, to comment so that I can know what you guys have always had in mind when you think of cost per result goal. What do you think it is? I've explained it before, but what is it now? What is cost per result goal? What is cost per result goal? Look at that name, cost per result goal. Cost per result goal. I'm seeing some people giving the right answers. Some of the answers are a little bit off track. But when all of us comments, then we'll continue. Okay. I'm starting to see some really nice answers now. All right. For those of you that commented, well done. So cost per result goal, I will just take the definition of someone here that I feel like is the closest to what we are talking about. Frank said amount spent for each person to click your ad. Yesterday, I gave an example of the driver and people that helps him call passengers on the bus. That at the end, when the passengers are complete, you will pay for each passenger that was called. So that's the cost per result goal. How much you are paying to acquire one customer. The cost per result goal. That's what it is. So you can input that. So let's say you want to tell Facebook that I don't want to spend more than, let's say, 200 naira or 500 naira to get one customer, right? You can input that here. So Facebook is trying to do just that in getting that customer, right? So that's the cost per result goal. That's what it does. Dynamic creative. Dynamic creative. So you can provide the images, the headlines, and things like that. You can provide about 2 or 3 of them. Maybe 2 images, 2 headlines, 2 descriptions, right? Then Facebook will automatically generate combinations that are optimized for your audience. That is what the dynamic creative is. If you want that feature, you can turn it on here. Next up, we have the budget and schedule. Budget and schedule. So you can set a daily budget here or a lifetime budget. A daily budget or a lifetime budget. Let me leave it at this daily budget. So currently I'm saying according to like when it came first, it said spending 3,980 naira every single day. So with this amount I'm spending here, this is the estimate that it is giving me. That is expected to reach about 4,000 to 13,000 people per day. But then the number of people that will actually click on the link is between 61 to 177. But don't forget, as we mentioned yesterday, sometimes it could be much more than this number or less, depending on the ad creatives that you use, depending on the quality of your images, the quality of your video, how enticing the video is, how enticing the descriptive text is as well. So those other factors can contribute to the success of this estimate, right? So this is where you set the daily budget. When you also increase the number, let's say this is about 4,000. If I increase the number to around like 6,000 naira per day, the number here would increase. I don't know if you guys saw that. the number here will increase. As soon as you increase, the more money you spend, the more you will get. So we talked about that extensively yesterday as well. The more money you spend on Facebook, the more you'll be able to gain from it. So you can set a start date. The start date will be when you start running this campaign. That's when I selected on this that I want to start the campaign. So that's the start date as well as the time. If you want to set an end date, you can do that here. Select the day, month, year, and time. But let me not select an end date yet. I'll just leave it. So audience controls now. So the locations where you want to target. Locations where you want to target, we did this too. So you can click on this, right? So currently it's selected to Nigeria. If you want to add other locations or want to narrow it down, you just remove Nigeria, then search for other locations as well and input it. So this placement now, let's edit it and see the options it brings out. So when you click on edit, advantage plus placement, this is where I told you that Facebook will show your ad to where it feels like it can get the most result from, right? The algorithm will look at where people are actually doing. Sometimes they can place it in the search bar so that if people are just searching for random information, they can find it there, or maybe they are scrolling on their video feed, they'll be able to find it there. Just different places that Facebook feels like would be the best for that ad. So you can set that. But if you don't want that, you can also select this manual placement here, right? So when you select this manual placement, you can be able to choose. Do you want to select some specific devices? Maybe you only want it to show on mobile phones or on desktop. Maybe you feel like most of your audience, they will only be using phones. You don't need to show it on desktop. And cancel this and remove it, right? So you can do that here. People that are using desktop to access Facebook will not see it. That's what that means. The platforms, where do you want it to show? So currently it's selected to Facebook and their audience networks. Remember, this audience network is what I told you guys about yesterday, where I used that Subway Surfers example, where you are playing a game and then you just see ad pop up. So those apps and websites that are part of Facebook audience networks, your advertisement will show there. If you don't want that, you untick it, right? You remove it. The reason why Instagram is not selectable is because I don't have an Instagram connected to this account. I showed you how to connect an Instagram yesterday, so you can do that. If it's connected, you can select Instagram. So it will also show on Instagram as well, right? So it will show on Instagram as well, then on Messenger. So if you want it to show on people's feed, that's on like the main page. This is where you see it. If you don't want it there, untick it, remove it. It will not show on people's feed. But I feel like feed is the most important place where it should show. So just look at all of these different settings here: stories and reels, in-stream ads for videos, search results, right? So this search results is where it shows when people are searching for something. So they'll see it under the search results, messages, apps and sites, and other things like that. So that's for the manual placement. You will tell Facebook where you want them to place the ad, if that is what you want. But maybe at this stage, I can leave it on the advantage. Let them choose the best place that you feel like they can get the most traffic, right? So when you're done with that, that's how much you need to select here. Then we'll now move on to the ad itself, where you can start editing the ad. Remember, all these ones we have been doing so far now, we have not inputted any image, any headline, any descriptive text like that, or any videos. We are still doing like the whole preparation and things like that. So under the last section, that is where you will get to input your ad creatives and do a whole lot of other settings. So when you click on next, then it takes you to the last part. Just like the others, you can also rename it. So one sec, let me just give you like the name for the other ones. So that's just the name. Partnership ad. If you're running ads with other people too, like you have a partner and you also want them to be acknowledged under the ad, you can turn this on, right? So it shows you and your partner as as the owner of the ad, the person that's running the ad. It shows that. So the Facebook page that you would like to use for this, select it here, right? So let's say it's the one we created yesterday, that class of DM, right? I can select it from here. So this is where the Facebook ad will run from, right? This class of DM is where the Facebook ad will run from. If I wanted to also show on an Instagram account, I can do that here. But because I don't have, it's giving me the option to connect. So this is another way you can connect Instagram accounts to your Facebook. So I've shown you lots of ways that you can connect all of this stuff, because there are different places you can do things. Now, one thing you guys should take note of is, as we continue in this, Facebook usually change their this interface. Sometimes what you find in one part today may not be there tomorrow. So they usually change, they will update their system. Things are usually being changed from where they are. So let's say you go somewhere today and you find that thing there. If you can't find it tomorrow, and don't think maybe something has happened. They just moved it to somewhere else, or they totally removed it, right? But just try to play around it. You'll still find it. So this is where you can also connect your account if you want. So the creative source, this manual upload means you want to upload the things yourself. You want to manually upload your images and videos. So how do you want to do it? Is it a single image or a video? Like just one single picture? Do you want to use a carousel? That carousel is 2 or more scrollable images or video. This is mostly used by people who have stores and they want to showcase a list of their products. So they will input multiple products there. Like someone that has a clothing store, they can input different shirts that they have, different trousers that they have, different caps and shoes under the same carousel too, right? So it's also an ad, but people can scroll sideways on it to keep seeing the other things. And then you can do like a collection too, right? So the ad sources now, the ad sources. Under here, you see the website URL. This website URL is if you want to bring the images from a particular website, that's when you choose this one. Next off, we have the ad creative. The ad creative. This is where you will input the picture or image you will like to use. This is where you do it. The picture or image you like to use, this is where you input it. So click on add media, add image, or if it's video you want to add, choose anyone. Let's add an image. So what ad should we run now? So yeah, let's say we are selling this type of shirt here, this one, right? So let me click on this. If the thing you're looking for is not on this page, you can come to this upload here and get it automatically from this setting here. So you can get that there. But I've already gotten the picture I want to use, so let's just continue. So I've selected this shirt, click on next. Then it just shows you if you want to crop it and things like that, but I'm fine with this. Next. All optimizations. Now look at this. What this simply does is that because your ad may be shown on different places, sometimes because of the size or the way that picture or video was shot, it could look different across those different places. The way something would look like if it was shot on landscape is different from the way it would look like in portrait. So all those different things can affect the way it looks like. So what this all optimizations does is it just makes sure that the picture or the video it makes sure that the picture or video is shown like very well on those different platforms. So if it's shot on landscape mode and is to be shown like in a portrait mode, it's to try to optimize it for that portrait mode and make it show like vertically, right? So that's what the all optimizations is. After that, you click on done, right? You click on done. So when it finishes, it will show you an ad preview here, right? So this is the primary text where you can input or tell people what your ad is all about. So let's write a primary text here. So we'll head on to let's head on to this our dear friend here to help us So a new chat. Let's say something like I would like to sell quality shirts by running adverts on Facebook. I need you to generate a short descriptive text for that. So the reason why I'm giving it all of this context and not just telling it generate a descriptive context for shirt is because I'm trying to give it some background information so it knows what to do. So it knows that I'm actually selling quality shirts. But how am I selling it? Am I standing on the road and be shouting about those shirts? Or what am I doing? It's actually by running adverts on Facebook. So it's to tailor this the suggestions it's giving me towards how I can best do this on Facebook, right? So that's why I'm just giving it a little bit of context. So click enter. So this is the suggestion that it gives. So let's copy this. If you're fine with that, after previewing it, so it says upgrade your wardrobe with our premium quality shirts, crafted for comfort and style. Our shirts are perfect for any occasion. Enjoy match quality and a perfect fit every time. Shop now and elevate your look. Well, that seems nice. If it's not nice to you, you can change it and you can ask it to do more. Just give it a little bit of more context, ask it to regenerate it. But let's leave it like that for now. So come here and input that. Sorry, I didn't copy what I even pasted. So let me copy this. All right, so this is it, the text here. Recently, Facebook also included this AI stuff where if you write some text here, it can help you make it better. So that's what this is, right? So this is like a new feature that you just included. So what I wrote here is upgrade your wardrobe with our premium quality shirts, and it's suggesting elevate your style with our superior quality shirts crafted for. So it's giving me some suggestions. Wow, I think I like this suggestion. Feeling like your wardrobe could use a refresh? Upgrade with our premium quality shirts crafted for comfort and style. Shop now and elevate your look. So this starts off with like a question, something that can make the audience to think. So this is like using AI to the best of our ability. So if I want this, I can just take this, then it changes the one I wrote earlier, which is this one here. Right, so it makes use of this one. Sorry, let me scroll up a bit. Yeah, it makes use of this one. Or I can just copy it. I just copy it, right? And then I'll paste it here. Yeah, so that starts with like a really good question that can make the audience to think a bit. Okay, so that's for the primary text. When you're done with that, you come to this headline section. So what should the headline be? Currently, I have no idea for that, but let's ask our dear friend again. So generate a suitable headline as well. I think the network is not very good. Okay, probably some network issues, but let's come back. Okay, the AI here is giving me some suggestions based on what I selected. Elevate your look, elevate your style. Let's just go with this one. I can copy it, paste it here. All right. So after that, You can see how the headline changes here, this part here. So after that, I can add a description as well. So just a short descriptive text, right? I can input that here. So let's just say something like click on the link to learn more, something like that. So that shows down here at this bottom part here. So they know what to do, right? So the call to action, what should it be? This call to action, what should it be? One thing you should not forget is the overall thing we are doing is we are trying to drive traffic to an external website, right? So this call to action has to show people that there is actually more to that. It's not just what they are seeing here, that's where it stops. There is something more that they need to do. So under this call to action here, learn more seems to be a good fit so that they can know that there's actually more information after that, right? They can learn more. Or if I'm like taking them to a landing page or things like that, I can click on, let's say something like shop now. But I feel like learn more is okay. I can leave learn more there so that when they go there, they'll just know that they are looking for more information as well. So I can leave it at learn more. And then when you are done with that, you come to this destination part here. So where should people go to now? The traffic you are trying to drive, where is the website you want to take them to, right? So this is where you input the link to that. So this is quite unrelated, but let me just get a link for one website here, which is this one, right? This is unrelated, it's for a solar something, but let's just use it. So let me copy this, come back here. You can paste any link here, any link of any website, come here and paste it. So after they click on this learn more button down here, as soon as they click on the learn more button, it takes them straight to the link you pasted here. So let's preview it to see if it's the exact place that to take them to. Let me open the link in a new tab. So this is it here. So let's see if he opens up this same link as the one I copied here, then we'll know it's the correct one. So look at it. This is the same thing that you opened, right? So any link you have, you input it there, and then when they click on the learn more button, it takes them there. If you also want that link to be displayed on your website so that people can know, you click on this display link, then you can write that so people can see the link they are clicking on before they click on it. So add a call button, not necessarily. Let me cancel this. I don't want to add any call button. So I can leave that. Languages, obviously to be in English, but if you want to change it, you can. Now, under this tracking, this is one part I want all of us attention to be on. So if I still have your attention from the beginning of this class till now, please say let's go before we continue. If I still have your attention from the beginning of the class till this moment, say let us go. If I have your attention. Okay, I'm seeing some people say let's go. Sorry, I just came back to this chat section and some people said I'm too fast. I'm too fast. Please, guys, let me know if I'm too fast. Chinyere, is your message I'm responding to. What time did you join the class? Did you join from the beginning of the class or was it halfway? What time did you join the class? Yeah, ads manager process is too long. I told you guys about it yesterday now. I told you what the ads manager is for. I told you it gives you lots of features. 8:10. Well, we've actually started a little bit, but we've not gone too far. We've not gone too far. Right? Okay. As you well know, the replay of this class will be dropped tonight. Right? The replay of this class will be dropped tonight. So you can watch the replay, but that does not mean you should leave this class now. Just keep following with us now. When you watch the replay, it complements what you have learned now. Right? So Okay, I'm seeing some people saying I'm too fast. So I'll try to slow down my pace a bit. But for you guys that are saying this ads manager process is too long, yes, it is too long because it is giving you lots of features. That's why you have 3 steps that you can choose from. You can either use Boost Post, Ad Center, or Ads Manager. So if you feel like this one is too long, stick with any of those 2 that we talked about at the beginning. So I'm just showing you this so that in case someone else asks you, do you know how to use Ads Manager? You will not be like, what's Ads Manager? I've not heard about it before. That is why I am showing you this. It's not compulsory that you have to use it. But there are tons of other features that you can get from this Ads Manager that may not be gotten from the other ones. So that's why I am showing you this Ads Manager, right? So yeah, it's expected that the process will be long. That's why this one is here, all right? So under this tracking, as we continue, we'll talk extensively about it. But you can see that this tracking event can help you to set up some certain events that you can use to make your ad work better. It works hand in hand with the Facebook pixel and things like that, but don't get yourself all worked up about it. This is just the beginning. I'll explain what that Facebook pixel is, how it works, what you use it to do, and other things like that, right? But just take note that it is used for tracking. We'll still have a whole section about it where we'll talk extensively what you use the Facebook pixel for, how you set it up, how it works, and other things like that, right? But when you have done all of that, this is where you set it up from. So don't worry about all of that for now. All right. So after that, that is all you need to do under this ad manager here to set up an ad. So for those that were saying that it's too long, I don't think this is too long. Well, at the beginning stage, yeah, it could be long. But the more you work on it, you actually see that it's not too long. All the settings I'm talking about here is not everything you need to touch, right? I just have to explain it so that you will know the way all of these things work, right? So that in case you are working on it and you have to get to one aspect one day, you will know what it does, right? I'm not just telling you the ones on the surface. I'm telling you everything you need to know to start running ads on Facebook. So you will now determine based on what you want, which one do I need? Which one do I not need? So that's how it works. It's not everything here that you need to touch. So when you're done with that, as you can see at this downside here, publish. Right, so you have to go through the whole 3 stages before you can publish. You start with the campaign first, before you move to the ad set, before you now move to the ad in itself. Right, so that's how you do that. Immediately you set up this campaign, it automatically goes in your draft. So you don't need to worry about saving or anything, right? It's already in your draft. So every single setting I'm doing, as you can see here, all edits saved. So any single thing I change now, it automatically saves it by itself, right? So if I want to publish, I can just come here and click on publish here. But if I'm not publishing it now, I can just exit it from here, right? Close it. Then I'll see it there under the campaigns, right? Look at it. This is the new one here. Summer clothing ad 2024, alongside the other ones I've created before. So this one is there now. So if I now want to publish it, I'll just go back inside and click on publish. So that's just the way this ads manager works. There's a whole lot of settings, like lots of things you can choose from inside it, but it is not everything you need to work on. As we mentioned earlier, Facebook algorithm is getting smarter and smarter by the day. They are feeding it with as much data as it needs. So most of the work here, it will do it for you, but there are just some few ones that you can use to just make it better, right? So that's why I just had to explain this ads manager to you, show it how it all works and things like that. All right, so the campaigns here, the ad sets here, and then the ads here. So that's how this campaign works. So I was talking about this ads manager setting here, and I said the most important part of all of this here is this all tools. This all tools. When you click on it, there are a bunch of other settings that will show, like ads manager here, which is currently where we are. These business settings. In fact, this business settings is also another big place too. But let me not overwhelm you with too much information. Just take note of that. There's also another section for this business settings. Also another big place as well. Events manager, we'll go there too. We'll talk about it. Billing and payments. This is where you make payments into your ad accounts, and you can pay money for whatever ads you are running and things like that. Audiences. Now, what this audiences does, let me just briefly explain, even though we'll still go back to it later. After you start running ads for a while, you can decide to gather an audience. What that means is if you're running like a kind of ad now, and there are some people that are usually buying from you, right? You can save that audience. So that next time you want to buy something in the future, if you want to advertise for something in the future, you will not need to do all of this work I'm doing here today to start looking for people to target and things like that, right? So you can just target these specific people that you know that they are already interested in that product. So you can have some particular type of audiences that particular thing you are selling, you know that they will buy it. You can just target your specific audience, right? So you can do that. If you said I should explain the tracking, I just mentioned that the tracking is a very, very big process. And then there's another section for that. The small one we just explained today, some people are saying it's long, the process is too long. There is plenty things inside. You're saying I should explain the tracking again. If you talk about that, there could be explosion today. So let's leave that to another day, right? So as I was saying on the audiences, these audiences, you can have a saved audience where there are some people you just specifically target. Maybe they've patronized you in the past before, and you don't want to waste time and money. Just target those same people again. So we'll talk about how you can do these audiences and other things like that. So there are still some other different settings under here too, right? Look at them. Look at how the list is long. So there are plenty of things you can do from this ads manager, right? So that is how this ads manager works. As the class progresses, we'll start working on all of these settings one by one, right? But there's one more thing I want us to do today, just one more, before we call it a day. One more thing, so that the information does not become too overwhelming, which is creating a business portfolio or a business manager. The second one here, right? You can do it from here. Click on this business settings, or this one here, create a business portfolio. I will explain why you need to do all of this and everything. Sometimes, or let's say you are a digital, you decide to take this thing like on a full scale, become like a digital marketer and helping different people to run ads. You can start getting many clients that you will need to manage their pages, manage their ad accounts, manage all their different assets that they have. If you don't have a place where you organize, like there will be too many pages for you to manage too many ad accounts. But that business manager helps you to manage all of them, right? You can put some sections inside one place, put another one inside another place. Let me just give a simple example. Let's say you are running adverts, and you are running adverts for some beauty shops, right? Maybe you're running for a barbering salon, you're running another one for a hair salon, you're running another one for someone that's like a nail technician. You're running ads for those 3 people, right? So that means you have like about 3 pages and 3 or more ad accounts as well. So when you have all of that, it could be littered. You can be using someone else's ad account to be running adverts for another person again. So having a business manager can help you collate all of that into different sections. So you know which one is for which client. So that's what the business manager does. We'll talk more about it as we progress. All right. Are you still flowing with the class, or is it starting to get boring and tiring? I need your feedback, please. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think. Udra, can you hear me now? Are you still flowing with the class? Okay, Mr. Kazim, quickly. it's not time for questions here, but let me just take that. What's your
When
question?
you were explaining the last stuff you were explaining, the network wasn't good. We were unable to hear you.
Okay. All right.
Please, I don't know if you can
Yeah.
refer back to.
All right. No
Thank
problem.
you.
So yeah. So all of us know how we got to this page here. This is the ads manager. So I was talking about that business manager where you can collate all the different pages and different businesses that you are managing, right? I just showed you where you can get it. I've not said anything about it yet. I just said you can use it to collate different pages, different ad accounts, different settings and things like that. So where you can get that option is you click on all tools here. And this is it, the business settings here, this one. Or before clicking on all tools, click on this place where you most likely see your name. Click on it. Then you can click on create a business portfolio. So these are the ones I currently have. These are like the business portfolios I have, right? That's why you can see all of them here. So you can do that from there. But that's like another whole feature on its own. You'll be able to give people access to your pages. You'll be able to request access to people's pages. You'll be able to give people access to your ad accounts, as well as request access from other people's ad accounts and manage their stuff from them, even without you being on their laptop or getting access to their Facebook account. Like this class of DM page we just created now, like that we created yesterday. If is like an organizational page, right? And I want to give other people access to that page. Let's say an employee, the employer is like the person that created the page, but then he has someone that's like an editor, someone that will be helping him to post there regularly, right? You can give that person access to that page. If you also have someone that you only want it to be like an analyst, just see what is happening there, don't be able to post anything, right? You can also do that too. But what you just do is you give the person the role of an analyst. That's what you give that person. If you also want like other different features too, you want to give someone like full admin access. So the person will have equal rights as you do to that page. So the person can delete the page and the whole page is gone. Even you that created the page in the first place, you will not see it. So you can also do that to give people access to the page and all of that. Under that business settings is where you will do all of those different features, right? So that is where you can see all of that. So someone asked a question yesterday, which I would like to address today. I can't remember the person's name, but I think the question, Mr. Kazim, before I continue, please let me know if that explanation, you raised your hand again. Did you raise your hand again? Let me know if the explanation I gave, you understood it.
Yes.
All right.
Please, it was a mistake, sorry.
All right. So, someone raised their hand yesterday, or they asked a question that I think it was some confusion about the difference between running the adverts on the page and something about ad account. I can't really remember who the person was or how the person structured it. But what I understood from the question was that, how do you run the ad? Is he on the page or on the ad account or things like that? Like, how does it work? So if that person is in class today, and for those of us that have the same misconceptions, Justina says my network is poor and is breaking. Please, I want you guys to confirm for me. Is it like that from your end too? Is it my network that's breaking? Can you guys hear me? Please, can you hear me, please? All right, thank you very much. Mano, I can see your hand, but I'll attend to questions later. You can also decide to write it in the comment section or wait towards the end of the class where we'll start addressing questions properly, right? Okay, so, okay, I think I just saw someone that said, okay, it's Justina that asked the question yesterday. All right. So pay attention now. This is where we will discuss about that question. Manuel, I said I can see your hand, but we'll answer questions at the end of the class. Israel, this your question you're asking me is looking somehow. Can we use traffic to run ads to a landing page. What does traffic ads do? What's the definition of traffic ads? When you look at that definition, you see the answer to the question there, right? So look at what's the definition of traffic ad. What does it do? You will get the answer from them. So Justina, now answer to your question. The way the ads work is, remember I said that every advert runs on a page, right? Let me open my Facebook in another tab again so you can see something. Facebook. So let me look for one advertisement. Yeah. Why am I saying MailChimp again for this today? Okay, so I'm seeing an advert from Intuit MailChimp, right? So this look at this now. When I hover on this, can you see Intuit MailChimp page? Are you seeing the page under that MailChimp? I can't hover on it. Okay, I can. Are you seeing this page here? This page. Can you see the page here? It's showing that this advertisement is running on the page. So I can only see this advertisement because MailChimp ran it on their page, right? So this advert is on the page. It's showing me that this advert was run by Intuit MailChimp. That is the visible one that I can see. But the invincible one that you cannot see is, let me show you, is this one here, this thing here that you're seeing at the top here, this place where my name is. Justina, can you see where my name is, this Quest Akinyele, as well as this long number that you're seeing here? Justina, can you see that? Oh, okay, Manuel, you were asking for the question yesterday. All right, I'm sorry. I didn't know that's what it's for. I thought you wanted to ask a question. Okay, Justina, so you can see that thing I was showing you. Where is it again? Yeah. Is there a way I can take this off? All right. So I said the major parts that you can see when someone is running an advert is their page. You see the page is coming from. I'm saying that one is coming from MailChimp. The example I showed you guys yesterday was coming from Monster something something. I can't remember their name. But the one that you cannot see is this ad account. This one here, this one that has my name. This is the name I just gave it, right? Let me now explain the difference between ad account and page. That Facebook page is what we created yesterday that I called Class of DM, where you can post things on, you can interact with other people and things like that. That is the Facebook page. The Facebook page is where your ad will run on, where people will see that the ad is coming from. If I run that advertisement now and I published it, this summer clothing something something, they will see that shirt that I'm selling on Class of DM. That's where they will see it, right? But this ad account is where my ad is actually on, right? It's like the back end of the whole thing. This is where I'm running the ad from, but then the ad is showing on that page. So I mentioned yesterday that the ad account is where you will put the money that Facebook will remove from. This is it here. So if I run it from this ad account now, these are all the ads that are running on this ad account, right? All this ad, this summer clothing ad, test ad campaign, bio disc, iPhones ad, CCTV best ad, new ad, all of them, they are running on this ad account. That means whatever money I'm paying here, all these ad accounts, they are removing the money from this ad account here, from this Quest Akinyele ad accounts. That's where they are all removing their money from. But that does not mean that they are all running on the same page, right? This summer closing ad is running on Class of DM. This is the one we just created now. Sorry, let me go back. It's running on Class of DM, right? But let me select another page. Let's say this one. I don't think this one is running on Class of DM. Let me check. I think if you click on it, you see where it is. Let me go inside this and show you the page where it's actually coming from. Let me show you another one. So let's look at this iPhone's ad. Click on edit to see all the things inside of it. Click on this iPhone's ad now. Look at the page it's running on. It's running on my page. Justina, are you seeing this? It's running on my page. So if this ad is live, this advertisement was actually to sell iPhones, although I didn't publish it, but it's actually to sell iPhones. So if you run, people will see that it's coming from my page. Right, okay, you said yes. So people will see that it's running from my page, right? But they don't know which ad account is coming from. In fact, nobody needs to know the ad account is coming from. Facebook will not tell anybody that one, right? It's just like something that's meant for you personally. So all these different ads you are seeing here, all of them, these 6 of them, is it 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. The 6 of them, they are coming from this ad account. All of them, they are being funded by this ad account. But they are running on different pages. So that's just the way it works. The ad account is where you will run the ad from. The page is where the ad will show. The ad account is where you will run the ad from. The page is where the ad will show. Right, let me see. I think I have 2 ad accounts here. If I click on see more ad account, yeah, second ad account. This is the name I give this one. Let me see if there's any ad running currently on this one. Let's see. So it loads the same ads manager, but for another one. All right, look at this one now. Just one ad here. One ad, and it's called new sales campaign. Let me see if there's anything inside it. Let's click on this edit. Let me see which page this one is running on. Okay, let me scroll to the last, please. Oh, okay. This one is a new one. I don't think we have worked on it, because if we have, I would have changed all these names. All right, but look at it, still on that same my page as well, right? So it's from second ad account, but it's running on my page. Justina, please let me know if the explanation makes sense. Let me know if you understand that. How do you create another ad account? Temilade, I will show you that. So let's see how today's class go. I can show you that today or tomorrow. Justina raised her hand. Please, briefly, so that we can address other things. We'll still come on to the comments, to the questions later. Justina.
Hello, sir. Good
Hello.
evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Yes, if I understand you vividly, you are saying that means we can run ad both on our page and the ad accounts. Is that what you are saying?
The advertisement you are running, you will do it from the ad account.
Account, okay.
Yes, but it will show on the page.
Okay.
Yeah. Like that ad account that has second ad accounts now. If I run the ad, there is nowhere and no way that people will know that I'm running it from second ad account, because Facebook will not show them that. But the only thing Facebook will show them that this ad account is coming from my page or is coming from class of DM. That's the only visible information they can see. But the fact that it's coming from second ad account or the ad accounts that has my name, that Quest, the one that has my name, there is no indication that it's coming from there, right? So that's the way it works.
Okay, and also you can have more than one ad account.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
All right, all right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And I think when you create a page, I think it comes with one ad account first. But if not, I'll show you how to create one ad account. Then we can continue from there, right? I'll show you how to create an ad account, and then we can continue. So we still have some time. Let me address the next thing, how to create an ad account. Oh, iPhone. Thank you very, very much for reminding me. The class is on Wednesday, actually, not tomorrow. So let me show you how to create an ad account. So let me go back. Close. Now, just like Facebook pages, at the beginning, when you are creating a page, you only have the option of creating 2 pages. Then the more you start working on those pages and the more you use Facebook, they will give you the facility of creating others. I have that same limitation on that first account. I've created 2 other accounts previously here. So if I want to create another one, it may not allow me. But let me show you where you do it from. Come to all tools. Guys, please pay attention. Pay attention to what we want to do now. I want to show you how you can create an ad account, right? So come to all tools, click on business settings. Business settings. Click on business settings. Click on business settings. You see this place here, users, partners, system users, pages, ad accounts. This is what we are interested in. Ad accounts. Click on it. Right? So these are the 2 ad accounts I currently have. This first one and then this one. I've shown you the 2 of them from that other place. To add another one, click here, add. But currently, you can see I cannot add another account and I cannot create a new one. I can only request access. So what this first one means is I can add a new ad account. So with this now, if I already have another account from one place and I want to bring it here, I can do that here. If I want to run ads for maybe a client and that person already has an ad account that is for that client, and I want to request access to it so that I can be able to run my ads from there, I can do that here. So let's say you want to create a new ad account now and you have this same problem where you cannot create a new one. You can ask someone else to create for you, then you now request access. That's another way you can do it. But then the last way is actually to create a new ad account here, from here, right? So this is how you create a new one. But let me show you, let me create one actually now so that you guys can see. Let me use another place where I can create, right? So it's still that same business settings here. But let me show you some steps when you're creating the ad account so that you can see what I'm talking about. So ad accounts here. So this one does not have any ad account here. So most likely it could also be like this for you when you are creating yours, where you won't have any ad account. So you click on this ad. So you can, hold on please. You can add another account. So you can see this option, I can do this. You can request access. You can also create a new one, which is the last setting here. So let me click on create a new one and show you the key things you need to focus on when you are creating an ad account. Can move this. All right. So ad account name, just give it any name. Like the first one I created, I named this my personal name. The second ad account I created, I just named it second ad account. So just give it any name you want, right? So let's just say something like right? So you can give it like the same name as any name, just give it any name. But the most important features, especially for those of us that live in Nigeria, because of the problem we have with our local cards being accepted internationally, please pay attention to this part. If you miss this step, you can't come back here again. So pay attention very well. The normal default is in America's time zone as well as their currency. So if you choose this, the ads you are running will not be using the Nigerian time, it will be using the US time, right? You also be using their currency as well. So what that means is every single time you want to pay for your ads, you'll be paying in dollars. And you need to get like a dollar card or a virtual card, go through the hassle of converting your Naira to dollar, paying with dollar. And in that process, you can lose money, right? But to solve all of that problem, what you do is under this time zone, first of all, remove it from that and change it to Lagos, Nigeria. So the time zone is GMT +1. Then you see, I think Lagos, Africa or something like that. So look for GMT +1, Africa, Lagos, right? So you choose this. But for those in Ghana, I think your currency, you can still use the dollar card. Your cards are available. They are available if you are paying with dollars, right? But for Nigerians, there has always been that issue. Our cards are not accepted internationally. I don't know why it's like that, but it has been like that for some time now. So for the Nigerian audience, change this to the local time zone, right? Select this. Then the currency, change it to your local currency. Change it to your local currency. So you have to look for Nigerian Naira, which is this one, right? Then you select that. After that, click on next, then it's created. So what would the ad account be used for? Is it your business or for another business, right? If it's for your business, you can continue with this and just click on create. If it's for another business, with this, if it's for another business, you need to input that person's business ID so that the person can also be able to see that. Oh, Rukayat, thank you very much for that. Oh. Let me go back. Wow. Thank you very much for helping me with that. I didn't even see it. Even though I was warning people, I later fell for the trap. So guys, please make sure you choose the correct time zone, please. The correct time zone that's applicable for where you live, so that you don't make the same mistake I just did. Thank you very much again for that, please. I didn't even see that. All right. So when you're done with that, you click on next. If it's used for your business, you select that, and then you click on create, and then the ad account is created instantly like that. Then you can start to use it to run ads and add payment info. You pay on it, and then you start running your ads. It's as simple as that. That is how to create an ad account, right? So before the next class now, since someone is raising their hand. All right, Temilade, you have questions?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay, good evening, sir. Thanks for the yes. Yes, thank you very much for this how to create another ad account. I used to run ad on my Facebook, and I have this ad manager before now. So then I used to use the PayU for payment. But later I found that there was no way for me to use PayU. There was no longer PayU option on my payments. The billing part, there was no longer the PayU option. So I was now told that I can create another ad account. Maybe that would solve the problem, or what do you think?
Yes, you can.
Actually, is there a way I can adjust? Can I get the PayU back?
I think, yeah, there should be a platform for that. I think if you come to these billings and payments here.
Okay.
You're still seeing my screen, right?
Yes.
Billings and payments. Come to payment method. Payment method.
Okay.
Okay, I'm coming. All right. Sorry, accounts. Accounts rather. Accounts. That's been shifted.
Okay.
Accounts. So these are the accounts I currently have. Then you click on add funds or add payment method here. So add funds. So you should be able to get it from here. Now, the reason why I was telling you about this for the Nigerian audience I was speaking to earlier, you can see from here now, I can use Naira payment with MasterCard or Visa. And
yes,
Temilade, you're seeing PayU here.
Yes.
Right. If I did not select this when I was creating the ad account before, I will not see this Naira payment here. I will only be forced to use this debit or credit card, which
Okay.
I don't think is applicable in Nigeria here. But this will let you pay with just your normal ATM card that we use in Nigeria here.
Yes, I've used that now, but I later discovered I was no longer seeing the PayU option.
All right, try
The
this.
only
Try this.
Okay.
And let's see if it works. If it doesn't, you can create a new ad account.
All right, thank you.
Sorry, please, Temilade, can you repeat that question again? 1 minute. Please allow her to unmute. Let me get that question. I came in when she was asking the question.
Okay, good evening, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, good evening.
So I used to have this ad manager account, this account. So I used to run ad I've used PayU before to make payments. But later on, I found that I could not get the PayU option. So I tried with a friend, then I could not get the PayU option again. So I was now advised that I should create another hard account. Maybe that would solve the problem. I think I tried that, but I couldn't still get the PayU option. So I just
So
stopped.
so
Yeah.
when you
Maybe I will visit.
what happened is that when the payments changed and you
Okay.
created the new ad account, while creating just like what our lecturer just said now, Mr. Quest just said now, when you were creating the new ad account, make sure that your ad account is set to the time zone is in Nigeria, the currency is Naira, then it is Africa, Lagos, everything is set. Then also make sure that the very first time you are using the payment options, you use the Naira payment option with PayU, right?
Okay.
If you use it the very first time, subsequent times you will find it there. But if you do not use it the very first time, that very first time is critical. If you don't use it the very first time and you use the other debit card option, you would not see it next time you are logging in. So probably that's where you had a mix-up or something. So just go ahead and create a new ad account. Then this time around, make sure you set everything to Nigeria, the currency is Naira, and make sure you choose that payment option this time around. You get it?
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
All right. I was seeing Mr. Kazim's hand earlier. Has your question been answered, or you still want to raise your hand? I've just asked you to unmute. If I've answered your question, you don't need to. Okay.
Sorry, I want to ask concerning, okay, if I'm to run ad for a service, a service company, like somebody that is rendering service, like maybe like probably be a photography company, would engagement be my preferred ad objective? And
Finish your question so I can know what
I'm asking whether engagement ad objective will be the preferred ad objective. And another question is, under that payment, under the part that you decide how much you want to spend per day. If I'm to put 20,000 here, I'm to run for 7 days. Are you saying that would be total of 140?
All right. You just asked 2 questions. Let's start from the first one that you asked. If you choose engagement. Now, you said you are selling something like photography equipment and things like that. Or let me ask you, why are you running an ad? First of all, why? Are you muted back? Don't mute now. Let me unmute you back. Why are you running an ad in the first place?
Well, the reason why I'm running an ad is to get more leads and to make get more people to book an appointment, maybe like maybe render my services like wedding shoots, in different sort of shoots, and which people do regularly, and wedding, corporates, different things. I don't know.
Now, I think that's where the problem starts from. You need to know what you want. But out of everything you want, look at engagement. What does engagement do? What does engagement do? Don't mute yourself yet. I want us to have a conversation. What does engagement, what does it do? What will engagement help you to do? What will engagement help you to do?
It helps with likes, and helps with likes,
comments, and shares, exactly. So
comment and share.
For your business, you spend money on Facebook. Is it likes, comments, and shares that you want to get? Is that why you're running?
but I want to direct them to my Instagram and probably continue the conversation. I don't know whether
Then you will use a traffic ad. That's what we just did. I said with traffic, you are directing them to an external platform. You are taking them away from Facebook to another place. Now, you have told us something you want now. You said you want to direct them to your Instagram so that they can continue the conversation. But with likes, comments, and shares, that engagement is on the same page. They'll just like it. They'll scroll to the next thing, right? But you want them to actually have a meaningful conversation with you, to talk to you, to leave Facebook and do something else. So that's traffic, at least from what you've mentioned now, that you want them to talk to you on Instagram. That is traffic, right? So I want you to know what you want first before I can give you a suggestion. So that's traffic. And then for the second question, can you remind me what it is? I think you.
the second question I was really asking, if you're budgeting maybe like 2K and you're running the ad for seven days, would that is the total amount, would it be 14K, or I want to like
Okay. I get your question. So that budget you said is small, so I already know what it is, but let me explain it. I think the example you used first was 20K. There are two ways you can do it. You can say this 20K is for one day, or you can also say this 20K is for the whole amount of days I want to be running the ads. You will put it there. That's where you will see daily budget or lifetime budget, right? If you put daily budget, it will spend that 20K in one day. If you put lifetime budget and you set the days for that ad for 7 days, it will spend that 20K in 7 days. Simple. Does that make sense?
Okay, yes.
Good. Ify.
Sir, good evening, sir. Thank you for
Good
the class.
evening.
Yeah, you were saying something about tracking, or I think you got interrupted or something.
Yeah, I was saying something about tracking, but I was not interrupted. I said it's another broad topic on its own, and we will have another class for that. I feel like at this point where we have gotten to today, we've taken in a lot of information. If I should start tracking now, in fact, most of us here might just go to bed angry, because it's also,
like
I'll
yesterday.
say it's actually wider than this. Huh?
Just like yesterday.
Yeah, so I feel like we should be giving those big information in bits. The ones where you actually have to practice stuff and do different things. We'll be talking about them in bits. The tracking is another whole concept on its own. So we'll still talk more about it, but I feel like we should stop there for today. Let's not talk about two big topics on the same day, right? So yeah.
So it's also, I wanted to ask, a friend of mine said that she was blocked from running ad on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, and that reminds me, I gave an assignment yesterday. Nobody even reminded me today before the class started. Why? Why are we like this? I told you guys to read about the Facebook ad policy. So, Ify, probably your friend violated one of their policies. So that could be the cause.
Okay, sir.
Now, because you guys did not remind me about that assignment, this is what we do. Before the next class, read about the whole policy. I told you it's long, but now we have Friday, tomorrow, the weekend, then Monday and Tuesday before our class on Wednesday. Read about all the policies. At least make sure that you know one that nobody else knows. In our next class, all of us will take turns talking about at least one Facebook policy, right? So you read about the Facebook ad policy I'm talking about is their do's and don'ts, right? If you do this, they have like a tendency of blocking you. So what you should do and what you should not do, that's what I'm expecting. So in the next class, we'll take turns talking about the Facebook ad policy. So probably your friend violated one of their policies. That's why she was blocked. Okay, peace.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you for the class.
You're welcome.
My question, the first thing I want to talk about is my screen.
Okay.
And most of the times the page is a kind of cut. Kind of some part will be cut off. So when your mouse is moving, I barely get to see it, and that's why I've been in confusion.
Oh.
I'm not really understanding what's about. Never mind, I'll go back and watch later.
All right. All right.
The second one is I wanted to talk earlier on. You see, I think you have to set a standard for this class. Earlier on, some people were asking questions, typing, and you didn't respond to anybody. But you responded to one person, and from there you have been responding to people. But initially, we are saying you are not responding. It will be at the end of the class. And I discovered that the person or few people angrily left because you were not attending to them, but you attended to some people. Yeah, it will be as if you're not treating everybody equally. So next time, at least if you are saying you are not tweeting questions, don't tweet until when it is time for question. Because if you just caught an attention of one person and tweeted that person, when others has been, trying to ask questions and you didn't attend to them, it makes some people feel less important. That's the second thing I want to do. The third thing I wanted to say is the advert. I wanted to talk about it, but maybe because you forget. That's the main reason why I raised up my hand before you now remember lastly. So that's all. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for that feedback. I really appreciate it. But you see, with classes that host, a number of people like this, sometimes I need to attend to questions. Like, even though I say I'm not attending to all, I'll give you some examples of why I'm saying that. Sometimes on some topics, so that people don't get lost. If one person says something and I feel like this thing can still wait to the end of the class, it's not something that's urgent to talk about, then I may skip it because that thing will not be detrimental to that person. It does not mean that if that person does not understand that thing, he will not understand the rest. But there are some concepts that if the person does not understand it right away, the rest of the class will just look as if we are doing magic, right? So sometimes I need to address some of those important questions that may affect the flow of the class. But the ones that I feel like that are less important, I will attend to those ones by the end of the class. Not because I don't think your questions are less important or because I think that person is less important, right? It's just that that question will not stop the flow of you learning. You will still learn, but it's just that that question will be at the back of your mind. But some questions, some concepts, if you fail to understand it, like someone that didn't understand how I got to the ads manager. So let's say there are about 2 or 3 or 5 to 10 people that don't understand how I got to that ads manager. Every single thing we did today is rubbish to them because they don't understand how I got to the ads manager. They don't understand how it works and the whole thing, right? But because I just went back a little bit and brought them back on track, I think it helped them flow with the class. But I'll take note of that and limit how much questions I answer during the classes. Thank you very much. Rukayat. Rukayat. Are you here? I don't think so. If you're here, I'll still ask you to unmute, but Manuel, whoever unmutes first. Manuel.
Okay, thank you. Hello?
Hello.
Okay, let the lady
so
talk
you have
first.
unmuted now. Okay, hold on.
Sorry.
Manuel, please pause. Let me attend to that. All right, I'm listening.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
I think my question is centered around your ranking of the app promotion, leads, awareness, engagement, traffic, and then sales. And I think you already touched on all the rest except the sales.
Yeah.
Please correct me if I'm wrong. And you mentioned that that's the most expensive. But I think you didn't really go into details about that. Am I right?
Yeah, you're correct.
Okay. And would you do that later? Because I think that is the only thing that attracts me.
Right. Yeah, I can. But let me just explain about it briefly now. So even if I'll show you an example later, you can connect my explanation with whatever you'll be seeing then. So I mentioned that the sales, in my opinion, is the best, but as well as the most expensive. And that sales, like Facebook helps you look for people that want to buy, customers that are ready to buy, not just look and pass people or people that are just like there to just enjoy your content. You are looking for real customers to purchase whatever you are selling, So that's why it's very, very expensive, because you are looking for people that will provide value for you. So it's expensive. But at the same time, you can see from the advertisement we ran, I think the budget we set was around 6,000 naira, and it was telling us we'll be getting up to like 119 people per day or something like that. If we set something like sales with that same budget, we may not get more than 5 people in a day to buy, right? 5 people say may be like an exaggeration, self. But the sales will be very low compared with all the other objectives, right? Because people can easily view the landing page. But when it's time for them to bring money from their pockets and actually buy something, you need to try very well before you can bring money out of people's pocket these days. So the sales objective is the one that does the most work, getting people to convert, but it's also expensive as well. So that's why I didn't really talk about it now. I started with the simpler ones first. So traffic is quite simple to run. Same thing with the sales objectives. Sorry, with the awareness, traffic is simple, awareness is simple, all those other ones are simple. But the sales is where the real deal is, because you're actually looking for people that will bring value into your business, people that will put money in it, they will buy something, right? But we'll talk more about it later. I can show you one campaign, set up one with the sales.
Okay, but it does convert to like sales, right? Like
Yeah, people actually buy.
you get, yeah, so okay.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Manuel, thank you
Thank
very
you.
much for being patient. You can now unmute. Manuel,
Yeah, hello.
I can hear you.
Yeah, okay, thank you. I wanted to ask if we can use the first two, that is
We
boost.
can. If we can what?
If we can ignore this and then use the ad center and then the boost post, because
Personally,
this is quite bulky. Okay,
you
and
can.
I hope there's no alarm or it
Ignore it. It's
wouldn't.
not by force you use this one, right? I think I mentioned that earlier. It depends on you. Okay, look at all these things we did in the ad center today now. We have spent almost 1 hour doing just ads. We spent almost 1 hour doing ads manager. And yesterday, by this time, we have completed boost post and ad center, right? So if you personally want, you can run everything from the ad center. It's not by force you use this. I just had to show you so that you're not going to be hearing this from somewhere else and be like, wow, this guy is very wicked. Did not tell us anything about ads manager and things like that. So I just have to show you. I will show you, but you will decide if you want to use it or not.
But I hope.
Sorry?
But I hope they all. Hello?
They all what? I can't hear Manuel again. Kindly type your question.
I hope they all perform the same. That's what I'm. Yeah, I hope they do the same way.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
They hope you advertise.
Okay.
Manuel, what you should know about running ads is the fact that first of all, learn the setup. So what he has done now, he has taught you the setup of the boost post, the ad center. We're looking at the ad manager now, and we're also going to look at how to install the pixel and run the sales ads. Now, but one thing you should know is that you have learned the setup, but not every single campaign is different. So there are times where you just want to run a campaign from a boost post. You just want to test it with a boost post first, direct it to your WhatsApp. There are times where you want to build a landing page and run a sales ad. There are times where, so one very important thing you should also know is that after the technique, there is still the perfect technique for each kind of ad you want to run. And sometimes you are just going to test different strategies and stick to the one that's giving you the best highest amount of result.
All right, thank you.
Did you get that?
Yes, it's clear. And then my second question is, I saw monetization today when I was creating my page, and you see, we have to pay Facebook to do the advertising for us. And then, in as much as we will get the customers, I want to ask if we also get some petty coins from Facebook as well. Because when you talk about monetization,
So monetization is not for business owners.
Okay.
Monetization is for content creators. Lots of watch hours, lots of as a Nigerian and a Ghanaian to monetize your Facebook page, right? So if you have up to 5,000, if you have up to 5,000 followers and 600,000 watch minutes, right? You can monetize your content, right? And they pay you a stipend, a little stipend for every month for the number of people that are watching your content.
Oh, okay, I get it. So monetization is for those bloggers and other stuffs. All right, thank you. And then my last question is to Mr. Question. You wanted to answer a question and already asked question yesterday, but then it seems you were interrupted.
What was the question?
Hello?
What was the question?
Yeah, it was about this advertising on the normal as a normal post without running it as an ad. Is it okay, or how will it affect the business?
It does not affect the
that
business
was
in
what
any
he
way.
was asking.
It does not affect the business in any way. You can decide to post about your business for free.
Oh, okay. He was asking if you can post it as a normal post without advertising it, and then why the need for this payment. That was what he asked. That was where we ended actually. And then
when you create a page, you will have 0 followers, nobody that knows you. If you start posting there, like you guys saw the one I did from 4 months ago now, I have just 1 like. That 1 like is even from my other page. I use my other page to like that page. Right? That's the same thing you'll be getting to if you're just starting. So if you don't like that kind of results and you want to showcase it to more people, then you run ads. Simple.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
Justina.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Thank you so much for the class today. I really appreciate. Thank you. So my question is this. In the cost of running the set of this ad setup that you showed us today, I think there's a place for website link.
Yeah.
Yes. So for somebody that is an affiliate marketer, is it advisable the person puts the affiliate link there?
Yes, as long as it takes them somewhere. The affiliate link is for your products, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so you put that link there. It will take them to where they can buy that thing.
In the place of that website, now we can put the affiliate link.
Yeah.
Okay, and also the what is it called? That says object an affiliate marketer to use the sales link, since we are putting our that says objective sales.
Yeah.
I think for an affiliate marketer, now is it advisable for the affiliate marketer to use the sales objective, since we are using our affiliate link for the website?
Of course. Now, even if you choose a sales, you would also need to put a website. I'll show you that by the time we do the sales campaign. If we do a sales campaign, I'll show you. We also put a link too.
The website.
Yes, you put the website, whether it's website link, whether it's affiliate link you want to put there. I'll show you where you do it.
Okay. And another thing I want to ask about is about sales page. How do we go about that for an affiliate marketer? How do we go about the sales page?
Like a landing page?
And for affiliate market now, it will first take them to, if your lead comes in now, it will take them to a sales page where they will see all the whole information before they will now click on the buy.
On the buy now, yeah. Okay, I think we are calling it the same thing. Probably you prefer calling it sales page. Yeah, that sales page is also known as a landing page. And yeah, you can build it with WordPress. We'll do that in this course.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right. Currently there are no more hands. Rukayat, are you raising your hand again? If you are raising your hand again, please unmute. If you are raising your hand again, please unmute.
Please, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Please, whatever you're teaching right now, is there any difference with Facebook Marketplace?
Yes.
Okay. And then would you teach that as well?
No, it's not included in this course.
No, okay.
Hey, someone is
Okay,
writing on my screen. Oh, Mr. Gideon. What happened? Leave my Mr. Gideon. Don't write on my screen, please. All right. So thank you very much, guys, for being in today's class, paying attention as well as participating. Sorry, let me disable. Yes. All right. So as I was saying, thank you very much for being in today's class, participating and asking questions. So the assignments that we have for today is Israel, you have a question. Let me quickly unmute you. We have 1 minute before the class ends, but let's take that question as the last one. So quickly ask your question, quickly.
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, my question is, because I have a page that I opened some times ago.
Yeah.
So as we were teaching now, I was trying to follow. So now in the process of maybe wanting to add an account, I was trying to type something. It was telling me that the account ID is not valid. Is it because maybe I did not at the page that I opened, I have not created an ad account there before? Is that why it's doing that? Or I don't understand, because I want you to throw more light.
That's more advanced. Let's talk about it later and not just hold people here, right? We'll talk about it later, right? So Mr. Gideon, yeah, I saw your message. I was just joking. Yeah, no problem. So in our next class, or before the next class, please read on the Facebook ad policy, so that by the time you start running ads, you will not be violating their policies, because that can make them block your ad account or disable your page or things like that. Read about their ad policy, know their do's and don'ts. You will explain that in the next class, right? So that's what we'll be doing. And I want all of us to open this ads manager. Someone else asked about the ads manager, because the Facebook market is different from this Facebook ads, right? So it's different. So in our next class, ad policy, and I want us to open this ads manager and create a campaign with this. You don't need to publish it. I'm not saying you should publish it. Just create a campaign with it. Do something like the one I just did today. Insert pictures, insert the headline, the stuff, but don't publish. Don't publish. Just do something like this one I did here. So because the more you do now, I'm sure when all of you have gone back and you're working on it, you may face 1 or 2 challenges. So that'll just let you remember what we did in class today. And as well, you can watch the recordings. So so that we don't delay other people. If you have further questions, hey, Mr. Gideon, you have 1 question again. All right, so lastly, please make it very quick so that other people can go and sleep. Very, very quick and short.
All right, thank you, sir. Good evening.
Yeah. Good evening.
Thank you. Please, my question is, I want to specialize in running ads for churches.
Okay.
So, and then most of the churches I want to specialize on, they have website, they have WhatsApp and all that. And I want to start with WhatsApp. The action button, how will I input the WhatsApp in the place of website?
That place that I chose the conversion location to the website, you choose messaging apps, click on websites.
Okay.
Just make sure you have connected a WhatsApp account to it before. Then you put the you choose WhatsApp instead of websites. Because I chose websites, that's why it was asking me to put a website. If I chose something like messaging apps and I choose they should message me on Instagram, it will not be asking me for a website link, right?
Okay.
So thank you very much, guys. Sorry for taking 3 minutes out of your time again. I'll see you all next week, Wednesday. Please do not forget the assignment, or I would ask. And you know how I do it is randomly. So Facebook ad policy and create a campaign. I'll see you all on Wednesday. Good night, everyone.
Good night, sir.
Good night. Good night. Good night. WhatsApp business, Basiai, WhatsApp business. Good night.